brothers and sisters, what's happening? I had to get in nature, get in nature when we can, and salute and I honor current subscribers, new subscribers, anybody that view. I appreciate you, because remember, we are leaders and teachers. We are not followers with a student spirit, and I honor my ancestors. Man, those who fought hard to get many of us in that divine space that a lot of us are in, and just be thankful, and just, embrace Mother Nature, and, always keep that divine spirit deep within, but we have to study it to maintain it, because, we always have to be ready, unfortunately, for person, place, or thing in this life. And, as I do on this channel, I suggest, teach, and give advice. I want to go back to the honors of my ancestors. I honor thy ancestors. I got to kind of marinate on that. Brother or sister that sacrificed and fought hard to get many of us in that divine space that we are in. I had to do that again because I take that serious. It's not nothing that's just trying to sound cool or nothing like that. I really do honor those that are alive and those who transition. Because remember, the body lays to rest, but that righteous spirit lives on. And it's amongst many of us out here, those that see it and seeking it and seeking righteousness. And get in nature when we can. Like I said, thank those that's been listening, because remember, there are some great brothers and sisters out here, and that's in our families and outside our families. And I salute to all those that's standing firm in this fight and fighting for humanity, just have a great life and teaching and living and giving, breathing life into others. If you're doing that, I salute you. Stay with it. Let nothing stop that. If you have formed a foundation of peace, man, let nothing waver that. Take it away. You maintain and you stay strong. Real talk, because sometimes it can be challenging. But when we finally see, when we finally get to that space, it's wonderful, isn't it? So I said I had to get in nature. It's beautiful out here, and like I said, I get advice from family and brothers and sisters, and here you hear brothers and sisters say, we need to get in nature and acknowledge nature, and just bask in the beauty of it. It's beautiful. And I wanted to speak on, and I talked about this before, intelligence versus emotions, and this would be part 2, intelligence versus emotions. And I would have to say, those of us that have a heightened self-awareness, we already know intelligence wins every time. And intelligence is more than just having a degree. I've talked about this before, college degree. I mean, it's good to have all those things. Remember, all knowledge and things that we learn along the way is all part of this great walk. It's just that when we become self-aware and more deeper into thyself, we turn those academics or things we've learned or degrees we got, we turn them into righteous spiritual power. And that's what we do with negativity. We turn that negativity into righteous weapons. I'm telling you, you have less stress. Like I said, positive energy is good for the immune system. And, it's just great when we can do it, but it's not always easy. Sometimes it's a challenge. That's why you have to study, read, research, get advice from those that we know are real to the pit of the soul, brother or sister. That's a reacher and teacher out here. And it's not always a reacher and teacher. It just could be someone with a real, genuine heart. Because anything of a righteous heart, anything righteous, you automatically on the right path. I don't give a crap. Even through the storm, if you stick with being right, that great will come, because I've experienced it. I've seen it in other people's lives, my family life. Intelligence will always win overall, once we have mastered our emotions. And, you hear a lot of us speak on emotions and our intuitions and, watching our instincts, because those are the vital tools to triumph in life and to conquer in life. Not conquer people or conquer the world. No, just conquering those inner things that we don't like or need inside of us. Because you probably hear me say a lot, the body always follows the mind. So I'm telling you, you shape your mind righteously and master our emotions. It's nothing. No entity, person, place, or thing can do to us. Once we get there, everybody has a choice. If you're healthy, your mind, if you're healthy, mind, body, and soul, and you have no handicaps, anything can be done, and we focus on I'm sure a lot of us do this, but again, like I say, I suggest, teach, and give advice, because I too go through challenges. But when we take the time, whether it's solitude, we get those moments to ourselves. We don't take those times when that great divine speaks to us when we're by ourselves. Don't take those times for granted. Please don't take those times for granted, because that's when we think and we work through challenges and come up with what? Solutions. That's what life should be about. Solutions, not problems. As you hear many of us teachers teach, and I have learned, how we speak to ourselves will determine the energy, of course, what we'll get back. We hear this a lot, but it's the truth. How we manifest that energy, how we are as an individual, brother or sister, young or old, will determine our walk and things that come back to us and things that happen. We all know one scenario: if you're evil, bad, petty, okay, then that's the energy that will come back. And it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And we all know the flip side. When you're positive, when you're just trying, and you really are trying, those things will come, but you got to stick with it. We have to do what? Suffer righteously. It's beautiful when you have taught yourself to suffer righteously, and the art of not caring, and I'm not talking about not caring about important things. I'm talking about not caring about things that want to pull us away from our purpose. That purpose of lifting, breathing. Because that's one thing that we should never take for granted is life. Because that's what that great divine has given all of us. So I would never take life for granted, And of course, none of us are perfect, as I always say, but we can strive to have perfect intentions, Don't worry about those, I don't see ops, I'm sure there's other brothers and sisters, maybe even my family, think like this. I don't see ops. Ops don't exist. Ops manifest themselves. So like T.I. said in the song, I ignore haters till they fade away. There's no such thing as haters to me. I see, because now that when you have been in a place where where you wasn't aware, and before we have become awakened, so to speak, you got to watch that word awaken. I'm talking about truly awakened. But before we when we going through those layers, before we're awakened and we see how we used to be, and we have changed and we have become a better brother or sister, young or old, then we become a mirror and we see it in others. And it is unfortunate, especially when it's somebody you either been with, or it's a loved one or a family, or could be a good friend, when you see they're not aware and you can see the things that's ahead of them and they can't see it. That's sad. And that's why a lot of us, you have a lot of us reachers and teachers, the ones who are real now. Anybody that got a genuine heart and that's really trying to reach and change people, that's why this life or this time or this age that we're living in have spawned so many righteous teachers out here, brother or sister, because a lot of us, we have been through the trauma stages. We have been through, the suffering stages, suffering righteously, and now we're at a place where we can teach others, and it's beautiful when we get to this space, but we have to work to get to it, and like I say, master our emotions. I'm telling you, you will be a winner, and you will have so much victory. We will have so much victory in our life when we master our emotions and don't jump off the wrong ones. I'm telling you, all it takes, and I've said this many times, all it takes is one result, brothers and sisters. That's all it takes, one result. But when you have a righteous heart, you're not manipulative or a narcissist or anything like that. Having knowledge and seeing yourself change and facing those inner demons and facing things. When we face things, man, it's the gift that keeps on giving. So, we have to see the bigger picture. And, I always say sometimes it's not always about being this deep spiritual person. It's just being the rightest brother and sister we can possibly be. Then the deep spiritual, righteous spiritual will come. But we have to work toward that goal, and we can't let outside influences, whether it's social media, our personal lives, TV, we have to focus in on what? That great old inner. All of us, I don't care who we are, everybody has to take that good old walk deep within. And I mean deep, 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 deep within. You know what I'm saying? And another, intelligence to me, my opinion is just all about doing the right thing. Seeking righteousness, seeking knowledge, seeking ways to better ourselves physically, mentally, and as we always say, the good old spiritual. It's beautiful when we have those three things in alignment, but you have to, those who are in the beginning stages, because I've been there too, we have to stay at it, because things are not going to be easy, and that great divine will speak to us, and I'm telling you, intelligence, when you have real, genuine, righteous intelligence, you will see the flaws in others, and you won't become like that person, place, or thing. You will step on the outside, anything toxic, because toxicity can be contagious. It's like just like stress. It's like a virus. It can be contagious. So you really can't fix a challenge or begin to come up with a solution for a challenge if you're in the toxicity, because you can't fight toxicity with toxicity. Somebody have to be right. Somebody has to be mature. That's the only way we can keep from, things from escalating. I'm just giving an example. Things escalating and getting worse. And sometimes you have to be the bigger person and step back and just let the individual or a person, place, or thing, if you're attached to something toxic, let that demon or whatever it is, you're facing, the evil entity, let it do what it do. But of course, we don't let it affect us. We don't let it come near us. That's where intelligence come in. Real talk, all day, every day. Intelligence will always win over emotions, because, like I say, there's stages, and a lot of us teach this. Like I say, salute to brothers and sisters that have reached this point, because it's wonderful, man. And remember, this is part 2. I'm gonna put part 1 in the end screen. I actually did an audio intelligence versus. Excuse me if the screen moving a little bit. It's kind of windy. I had to get nature though. I had to. I was just aching to get nature. I'm telling you, when you lose yourself in nature, when you become hungry for that great divine, and you just appreciate Father Time, nature will call to us. I'm telling you, it will call. It was calling me this morning. It's like you need to get your butt out here. You need to acknowledge me. A great divine speaks to us as we listen. If we're listening, righteous voice. But as I was ready to say, I did this before on the audio, a podcast. I didn't show my face. I had a picture of myself on the thumbnail and banner, I think. And it's called, and it'll be part 1 of intelligence versus emotions. And it's something that's serious. Impulses, instincts, it's serious. It really is. It's nothing to play with. It really isn't. And when you do a little introspection, as I always say, little introspection never hurts. Never hurts, because it keeps us. It keeps us strong. It keeps us, being grateful and having gratitude. And when we do have introspection, we meditate on those fires, those storms that we have made it through and still standing today. And why do we come through those storms, brothers and sisters? Because, those that have been through the storm and changed and became a better person, brother or sister, or a greater individual, brother or sister. Why did we make it through that storm? It's not a coincidence, because that great divine has something better for us, has something for us. And those that are connected deep within and got all that toxic shit out, we can see this. And and everybody can have this. It's not that like some of us are special or nothing like that. It's just that we took the time to study thyself so we can become better. And know that you can't satisfy everybody, and not everybody's gonna like us. But a lot of times it has nothing to do with a person, place, or thing not liking us. It's something that they have to deal with within themselves. And how does one know this? How do we know this? Because a lot of us went through the same process. There's no getting around that filtering process. I don't give a damn who we are. We have to go through that filtering process to become a better brother or sister, young or old. And like I say, intelligence will always win. You'll triumph when you lose yourself in the righteous intelligence, and when you're seeking to do right, when you're seeking knowledge, you will come into it. You will learn things. It'll be almost like you have a degree. You have to have a high value of oneself, no matter what. Don't get lost in views, and that's why I say people that ride along with me, I don't like that word follow, because none of us are followers. We are leaders. We just have, some of us just don't know we are, and some of us are teachers, and to be honest, sometimes It could be a brother and sister got more talent than some individuals we see in the industry. Real talk. That's just keeping it real, But it's beautiful when we're not looking for nothing and we just walk with that divine. We walk with Mother Nature and we appreciate what? Father Time. Because when we appreciate Father Time, brothers and sisters, and man, we cherish and we use intelligence for the right thing, and we watch our stress levels, and when we share gifts to others, our family, our children, whoever wants to learn, and don't be afraid if we fumble, if we make a mistake, because that's something that's mastering our emotions will do. It'll keep us from getting down in the dumps, and know that we always have something that we can bring to the table, whether small or big. If you right within, big bangs come in small packages sometimes if you connect to that divine. Because I will always say, I say and will always say, that great divine, Mother Nature, and Father Time runs all of this. The great divine, Mother Nature, called to me this morning, as it called to many great brothers and sisters that I see. It's a lot of brothers and sisters that do this, that stand in nature. It was a time where, I'm not even gonna lie, brothers and sisters, it was a time where I take that back. No, I can't say that. I was gonna say I've never acknowledged nature. I think I always have, but now, more so now. Now I'm deeper into it. Now I know the real meaning of appreciating nature. So it's more than just getting out, and it's just, you soak it in, you're appreciating life, and it's beautiful when we do that, because when you appreciate life, you appreciate yourself, and you appreciate others the best way we can. Pay attention to no ops. Like I said, I don't see ops. I don't see haters. They don't even exist, in my life. I don't see them because I'm looking to do right. I'm on a mission here. Great Divine brought me through so many storms, as I said a few minutes ago. Why do you think Great Divine brought us through the most impossible, the things we thought were impossible? Why do you think that Mother Nature and that Great Divine brought us through to get us to the point that we're in right now? And that's me and many others. Real talk. We just got to know this. Stick with it. Those that have been on this walk and been on their purpose for a long time, and those that just beginning. But remember, those in the beginning stages of awakening and thinking things are weird, stay with it. It's not weird. You're gonna go through that filtering process where things are feel weird, and people are gonna be standoffish. You're gonna go through that, but it's okay. Stick to your path. As long as you got right in your heart, you're righteous, you're on the right path. But stick with it. Great things will come, and it's not a matter of it. It's a matter of when. And how do I know this? Because I've experienced it, and I've seen it in other people's life, my family, brothers and sisters, and that's in the world or online, and it's wonderful. So people who are evil, and you're not gonna hold me back. I mean, I don't have to do anything. I have three forces, as many of us, brothers and sisters, that are connected to that great divine Mother Nature. We have three forces that protects us. That's Mother Nature, Great Divine, Father Time. And I cling to those forces. They will protect us. Like I say, unless something is harming us physically, person, place, or thing, step back, assess it. Never let nothing take us off this path, this purpose that so many of us have fought through challenges to get to. Because I talked about a storm I have been through, and many of us have been through, man, we're all individuals. We all have been through different kinds of storms to get us in that righteous foundation we're on right now. I'm telling you, it's not a coincidence. And I've talked about on a podcast I did, honoring true blue sisters. Check that out. Matter of fact, I put that in the end screen. I put that in the end screen, and I put intelligence versus emotions. And on that True Blue Sisters podcast I talked about is an audio. And I was just giving honor to sisters, sisters I met, best friend that helped me, and which I'm finna get to. I experienced a fire. My brother and I got a brother named Marlon. I got two brothers, a brother named Marlon, a brother named Cadius, and I have a sister named Shahina. Salute to my brothers and my sister. And they stay in different states. My sister stays in the Milltown, and my brother Marlon stays in D-Town, and my brother Cadius stays in Texas, if I'm not mistaken. But I used to stay with my brother Marlon and experienced a fire. And like I said, I put that podcast on the end screen. And I wasn't in it, he wasn't in it, but I came back to the house and it was engulfed in flames. And I talked about how he was with a toxic girl, and that she's the reason. He's not with her now, but she was the reason we had that fire. But I came home, and then, man, the house was engulfed in flames, and that was horrific. And I talked about how almost the whole apartment burned up except my room, and my brother didn't get hurt or nothing, but that experience was for him too, to get him away from that girl. But it was unfortunate that most of his stuff did get burned up in that fire, but he didn't get hurt, I didn't get hurt, the toxic girl didn't get hurt. But that happened. The great divine allowed that to happen, because that force, great divine, wanted me to ascend, wanted me to get out of that small space. And I always used to acknowledge that positive force in that room, and I always used to pray over my brother, my family, and stuff like that. I've always done stuff like that. Call down protection. You'll hear me do that from time to time. I always say call down protection for ourselves, from ourselves. And I always say from ourselves. That's important. Why do I always say from ourselves? So we don't become our own worst enemy. So these are things I used to do in this room a lot. And I used to do a lot of music, and I just used to do a lot of righteous things in that room, a lot of creating and and just coming up with ideas. I did a lot of that in that room, and it just really appreciated life. But we had that fire, and like I said, that great divine allowed that storm to happen to help my brother, because he's doing good now. He's doing very well, doing real good, and it got him away from that toxic girl, and it got me to explore deeper into myself. And like in that podcast I talked about True Blue Sisters, my best friend Stacy played a part in helping me in that situation, because she gave me a place to stay, and and it helped me to transcend to where I am now. She played a part in that, so that's why I gave honor to True Blue Sister, because she was definitely a True Blue Sister. Her name's Stacy, and much salute, Sister Stacy. And I've been knowing her and her family, and her brother and I we still are best friends, and I met the whole family and went out of town with them, and it was just great. It was just a wonderful experience. I got two families, my biological family and my sister Stacy, thank you, and her family, really was there for a brother, and but all that, so that's what I was saying. Intelligence, introspection, mastering our emotions, it's a wonderful thing. It's worth going through the process, even because it's not always easy. It's worth going through the storm. So again, like I said, that great divine allowed me to go through that and see things in a different perspective. And I started elevating. Now it's been a heck of a journey. It's a heck of a journey, isn't it, brothers and sisters? Getting to a righteous space of awareness, it's a heck of a journey, but it's worth it. And back then, like I said, when we're in the storm, we like, we think it's just, man, so horrific and so bad. But I look back at it now, and that's why that happened, to get me to the space that I'm in right now. Totally different mindset as a lot of us now. It's a lot of us like this, Like I said, it's not that we're special or better than anybody. We have mastered our emotions, and we use our intelligence for the right things, for the benefit of the culture, humanity, ourselves, and others, our family, children, significant other, as we fumble and make some mistakes. But when we're honest, that great divine, like I said, those three forces will protect us. So that was just some things I wanted to talk about. And like I say, remember those storms and why we went through those storms. Analyze it, see why we went through them. That's why we're here today. And this, so we can teach it to others, so we can have that spirit of ounce of prevention. I say this from time to time. I know we hear it and it's a cliche, but an ounce of prevention was worth a pound of cure. So when we master our emotions and we have true righteous intelligence, we begin to prevent things from happening. And again, there's no such thing as ops or haters in a righteous brother or sister's life. So stay strong, brothers and sisters, and just stay the generals that we are, and we have been. There's a lot of generals out there that's outside my family and in my family. So that's my thought. I had to get in nature. Hey, get in nature. Oops, excuse me, sorry about that, y'all. I'm in nature. It's windy. But get in nature when we can and appreciate the beauty of life. Don't waste life. Like I said, we make a mistake, like Aaliyah said in the song, touch yourself off and try again. Touch yourself off and try again. There's always a better tomorrow. Real talk. So intelligence versus emotions. Master our emotions. We're going to get them, but let's get the right ones, not the ones that make us do something that mess up our whole life. So everything we encounter, assess it, assess and reset, stay on board, stay clear, because that's why it's good to speak and give positive energy, because we never know whose heart we might be touching, or somebody's life we might even be changing. Because I was one of them brothers, real talk, by hearing someone speak. And I'm telling you, it's brothers and sisters that I've learned from in my family. I would never ever forget that, because the great divine puts that spirit in us, like I say, connect to those three forces: great divine, mother nature, and father time. And remember, intelligence always wins over the wrong emotions. So master our emotions, brothers and sisters. So until the next podcast and until the next motivational speak, EBX cares all day, every day. And I honor my family. I honor your family. I honor brothers and sisters all over the world, especially the real ones. Emphasis on the real that's doing their thing. Salute. Man, I honor my children, and I honor their mothers, But we all have the choice to do right. It's all up to us. Just got to use that intelligence. Salute. Love y'all. I'm gonna lead y'all off with a little intro. Excuse me. All right. Salute y'all. To the next podcast. Y'all stay up out there. My reachers and teachers. Emphasis on real. Stay with it. My family. One love. I will never stop trying and growing and being the great brother that a lot of us and brothers and sisters are out here being and doing. Salute. Stay true. Salute.